Claire from Creative the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up here in the UK. Thank you for joining me. A little Christmas make again today. Very into my Christmas now that Halloween's gone. How about you guys? What are you loving from the new catalogue? Today we're going to be using this set, Handmade Wishes bundle, which is a nice little stamp set. Really nice, different sentiments in there for everyone. I particularly like the gingerbread man. Not used him yet, but I really like him, and these little holly and berries. And it bundles up with this punch, which is rather nice. So we're going to be using those. What are we going to be making? A little gift box. A gift box come easel card. So it folds down flat like that and then pops up just like so, and it's got a lovely little drawer underneath that did have chocolates in, but they are now in my tummy. So, but you could put some little note cards in there, a little bit of stationery, a nice treat for one of your colleagues, anything. But I really love how it's come out. Now this is an old design by my friend Papercraft Button. I went to look for a YouTube tutorial to see if I could get the right sizes, and I couldn't find it, so I've remade this tutorial just in case you like this sort of make too. So we're going to be calling it an easel card with a drawer. I've used some of the painted Christmas designer series paper, and the next one that we're going to use, I'm also going to use that paper. I have layered mine on some coloured card and then some designer series paper. You don't need to do that, you could just do one layer. I've got a little brad for the drawer. This is a die from an old set, so you might struggle to find that, but really one of the rectangle stitched rectangle dies would fit across there because it's 3 inches across there. I just liked the little extra detail on there, and the punch is the one we're going to use, and then I've got some dies from the decorated, what is it? Oh, let's have a look. Decorated pine dies. So we'll talk about those as well. So if I put that to one side, you are going to need a couple of pieces of card. So I have got some pear pizzazz. I'll explain why. I'll just put those sizes there while I'm gathering my bits and pieces. So you need some base card, 2 pieces of A4 should do it. And then you need some designer series paper to layer up, and maybe a coordinating cardstock if you want that as well. So I'll just let you have a look at that. This is the paper we're using this time from the painted at Christmas. Why am I hesitating? I feel like I've got that wrong. Let me just check for you. Painted Christmas, I was right, Painted Christmas. So it doesn't look particularly Christmassy, but we're going to layer it up and we're going to make it Christmassy. I really like the contrast of the light and the dark. You could use the other side and make it a non-Christmassy easel card with drawer. It's up to you. So, shall we get crafting? So my first piece of card that I need is 9 inches by 3. So I'm going to cut 3 inches on the short side of my A4. Okay, put that to one side. And it needs to be 9 inches long. So I am just going to cut that one as well. So put the spare bits out of the way, 9 by 3. And I need to do some scoring at this. One is at 3 inches. So remember, not cutting, scoring. One at 4.5. And then again at 6. Okay, and this is going to be your top easel part of your card. Okay, so it's just got it's got 3 score lines, one at 3 inches, one at 4.5 and one at 6. I'm just going to put that to one side. Bring my A4 sheet back in again, the other bit, and this time I need it 3 inches by 8.5. So 8.5, cut that spare bit off, and the score lines this time are 3 inches. So remember to score and not cut. 4 inches, 7 inches, and then 8 inches. So it's 8.5 by 3, and you score it at 3, 4, 7 and 8. And then there's just one more bit, so you need your next piece of A4, and this needs to be 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So I turn mine on the long side so to not waste too much paper. Oh, it's just right on the edge there, so it doesn't want to go there. Okay, so 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, which gives you a nice square, and you're going to score that on all 4 sides at 1 inch. Okay, so this is going to be your little drawer for the base. So this colour that I'm using at the moment is Pear Pizzazz, which I was worried was a little bit light for a green Christmas card, but actually it is going to be fine. So if we make our drawer first, let me get some scissors. So it's like we have done before, we're just going to make each corner a tab. So you are just going to cut down on that line and cut a little triangle out there, just like that. So you get a nice squarer drawer. And just from the side there. So you've got one little tab. One is missing a bit there and one is missing a little bit there. Okay, so we're just going to do that on all 4 corners. So I'm going to do it opposites actually this time. I don't usually, but I am going to. So opposite to make a tab. And then from the corner, I'll lay it down in a minute so you can see it. I don't know about what the weather's like with you, but it is torrential here. Here on the Kent coast in the UK, we're going to be building an ark if it carries on much longer. It seems 5 minutes ago we were complaining about the heat. We're just never happy, are we? Because I have to say, this is perfect craft weather. Really can't go out and about, can you? Okay, so I'm going to lay that down. That's going to be my box. Before I stick it together, I'm going to put the paper on. So I'm just going to leave that as it is for a moment. And I'm going to move on to these pieces. So the piece that was 3 inches by 9.5, that's actually going to be the top of your box. So it's going to have a base bit there, and then it's going to fold like so. So it's like an M, a big M. So you have your square there, fold it forward, fold it back, fold it forward, and then that will stand up like that, okay? And then this piece that was 3 inches by 8.5, this has got score lines on, and this is going to be your base. Okay, so I'm going to stick that together first. Let's do that. So the piece that is just 1/2 inch, we're going to stick that to the other side, so you end up with sort of like a tube. Ooh. Now this glue feels full and yet doesn't really want to come out. So I'm just going to fold that down like that. Oh, just make sure that that is lined up. So it's all square, and that is my little box. Okay, now you need to put some designer series paper on the side. This is 3 inches. So the designer series paper, if you're just doing paper, is going to be 2 7/8. I've decided to layer mine up. So mine is going to be coloured card, 2 7/8 by 7/8. I'm going to stick that on. Actually, I'm going to put the designer series paper on the top. So then my layer of pretty paper is going to be 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this was 7/8, so this is 6/8 or 3/4. And the reason I'm doing it an extra layer is because I really want it to be a bit of a wow Christmas gift. Even though it's not going to have anything other than chocolate in it, I want the recipient to be really feel like I've made an effort for them, because I have. Okay, so we need 2 of those, so that's exactly the same. This one is 2 7/8 by 7/8, and then this one is 2 6/8 or 2 3/4 by 3/4, and that goes on there. Now the good thing about this box is it doesn't use very much DSP, so if you've got odds and ends left over, you can put it together really nicely. So that goes on that side, and again, because you haven't put the drawer in, you can press down on it and get it a real nice firm. Look at that, I really like those colours together. So that's Evening Evergreen and Pear Pizzazz. Nice. Right, let's stick this side on. Okay, and do the opposite. So that goes like that, and press it down. Ta-da! There's one bit done. Hi Rose, you don't want to go out in that horrible weather, surely. Okay, my drawer. This side now before I do the next bit of glue. So these bits, my drawers, are going to go like so. Like that, and like that, with the tabs on the inside. So I am going to put my, actually no, I'm going to put it there. So I'm going to put the designer series paper and the card on this side because it gives a stronger side when you're pulling it open. If you've got this bit, what ends up happening is, although that's glued, where you keep pulling, there's no strength in it. Whereas because this is glued together, it gives a stronger drawer, so it lasts a bit longer. So I'm going to put my designer series paper on there. Now remember, this is 2 7/8. So this needs to be 2 6/8 by 7/8. So that is, oh, I should have put the DSP on there first. Never mind, we're just going to go with it. Oh, it's sticking to me instead of the card. That's going to go on there. And then let's put that designer series paper on top. Remember, it's 1/8 of an inch smaller. You have to wait a minute now. Hang on. Come in. And then you're doing the drawer side that's opposite. So I'm going to stick that first on this one. Move that over. So that goes on there. Just come in. Thank you for waiting. Okay, and now this side. So that is going on there like that. Okay, so that's my 2 drawer sides, and now I can just glue this. Oh, before I do anything else, I need to make a hole. because I've got a brad that is going in there, and I also want it to be roughly in the middle there. So make the hole first. Now you could use your pokey tool, you can use whatever you've got to hand. My pokey tool's in the other room, so I don't want to go in there. So you've got your hole made. That's going on there. I'm going to put all the glue on and then go around and stick my drawer down. Just make sure there's glue right up to the edge. Okay, let's see if we can get a nice square drawer. That's one side. This Tumbo glue is brilliant, isn't it? It just sticks straight away and gives strength. Third side coming up like that, and then this side. Now I've already decided what colours. Oh, sorry, Rose, I forgot. Hang on. There you go. Well done, girl. So that is going to be. I'm going to put my brad on now. So because it's Christmassy, on the original one I did red. Red would go, but I wanted something a little bit different. So this is like a brass brad that I've got, that I've had for ages. Just make that hole a little bigger because it doesn't want to go through. I'm just going to pop that in there. Oh my goodness me! Should have gone and got the pokey tool, it would have been quicker than my tiny little hole poker. What is going on? Right, it's because it's not together. Now I've bent the whole thing. Yay! Show it who's boss. Look at that, look how bent that is. Okay, so can you see it? It's really bent. I'm going to fold that back that way. So you can see there's like a little doorknob. But I don't actually want that to show. So I'm going to trim a piece of card. So is that the same width? Nearly. So I've cut a little bit of card the same, but I'm going to stick inside there. Let's see, because I really don't want that to, I don't want it to come out, but also I don't want it to show. Well, let's put quite a bit of glue up to the edge. Okay. And if I just hold that in place for a minute, then that will cover up my brad, the inside of the drawer. Let's have a look. Yep, happy with that. Okay, now what did I do with my bits of paper? Okay, so there's my drawer. Let's bring that back and make sure it fits, so that when it's in, all four sides have a piece of paper. So let's concentrate on this top bit. Okay, so this is your end bit at the moment. We're going to put a piece on here. So again, I'm going to layer it. So this square is 3 inches by 3 inches. So this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then I've got some designer series paper to go on the top. That's 2 3/4. So let's just stick that on. Like so. And just gives a nice, real dark frame round. So there's one. Now this one. So So that is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and that just goes over the top. So put that on there first. Make sure you're happy, and then press it all over, and then that just gets glued onto your card, your easel card. So you could upsize this really easy. Just make a bigger box and a bigger card, or a box that you can fit a chocolate bar in. So there's one there, and that is going to go like that. So the other one's got to go on the top here. So we just put that straight on there, and we are nearly done. So that goes on there, just like that, and just hold that down for a minute. And if we bring that back in, you're now going to stick this piece here, the base bit, onto there. So I'm going to put some glue all over this. Okay, like so. And that forms the top of your easel card box with that. Okay, so it's done. Now we get to decorate it. That's the bones of it. So what do I need to decorate it? I might put some designer paper in the bottom of the drawer just to make it look a bit fancier. I need to put something here to stop that just flapping around. And I need to put some decoration on here. So I think I'm going to decorate this bit first because it's the easiest bit to do. And I need a bit of card. Where did I put that? So I'm going to use this stamp set. Move these bits out of the way for a minute. And I want... So I want some soft succulent that is going to match with this. Already got some green of that. Let me go and get some soft succulent. So the soft succulent that I've picked is just another colour that's in the designer series paper. That's not soft succulent, is it? What colour is that? That's not the right colour. There. That's soft succulent. Okay. That's, now I feel like I need that colour. Oh. Let's have a look. Do you think that colour or that colour? That's too green. This colour. So, let's do the stamping. So, get my stamp set, and inside it there's this one that's like a frame. Okay. Like that. So I'm just going to lay that down upside down. Get my block like so and just let it pick it up. And then I'm going to use some evening evergreen, I think. So it gives a really nice frame. And and I'm going to stamp it at an angle so that it goes in the punch, like so. Look, isn't that nice? That's a really nice frame. So now when I put it in the punch, like this, I can see exactly where it was lined up. And you can sort of grip, you can press on there slightly, not enough to punch, but so you can just check before you punch that it's exactly where you want it. Okay, I feel like that needs to go down a bit there, like so. Okay, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so let's just check that again. Yeah, I'm really happy with that colour. The only thing is I haven't got this one die cut in the same colour. Oh, that's the little bit I can put inside my drawer, so don't lose that. In a minute I'm going to ask you where that is. Okay, Christmas. I'm going to use the same sentiment. So I want Christmas. I want the little holly and the berries. Okay, so let's do the Christmas first, and I think I'm going to do that in a darker green. So let's get the dark green back again. Yeah, let's do it in dark green. So Christmas on here. Is it going to look black though? Let's have a look. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, that's nice. And then I'm also gonna do the dots. Now I am gonna do them in green because I'm gonna cover them up, but I just need to know where they are. So that is gonna go there. Don't worry, I know I've done it in green or dark, evening evergreen. Right, what does Pear Pizzazz look like when it's stamped on top of this? Now I should have gone and got my smaller block, but I'm just going to use the corner. I'm getting impatient now to finish it. Let's test it out first in case we don't like it. What does it look like? Oh no, that's nice. It still comes out light, doesn't it? So let's put that there. That is going there. Okay, and the other one goes the other way. So I'm going to use that one. And that is going to go there. So nice. Now happy. Shall we use the soft succulent for the happy? Let's see what happens when we do. So happy is in there, but it's here. Or merry. Let's do merry this time. So Merry Christmas. I'm going to put it in the soft succulent. Merry. See what that looks like. I really like that. So I'm happy with that. Now I have got these rustic metallic adhesive dots, but they're a bit dark. So what I did was colour them with a Sharpie in a bronze colour. And the reason I did my berry dots is because then it will show me, it's like a template of where to put my berries, even though they're bronzy colour. Okay, so I've just coloured them with some Sharpies and they're now like that. And then I'm going to stick those onto there. So I need some dimensionals. I'm aware I've been waffling a long time now, so we might come to a stop in a minute. And then you can catch up with me on Instagram and see what it comes out like. So that. Just the reason I have only put dimensionals in the middle is because I'm going to tuck some foliage behind it. So that is going there. Look at that, how those pop now, those there. And then I will die cut this at this in the right colour. Put some dimensionals on the back of there. Tie a little bit of ribbon around like this, and get some foliage from the decorated pines. So where I've die cut loads before, I've got stacks of it, and I've got some little bronze stars that are from that set as well. So I'm going to jazz it up and make it look a bit of an amazing wow. That bit I'm going to stick in there like so. I might do it that side actually, just so it's a contrast, and finish my card off. What do you think? Do you like this easel card with a drawer? Which one's your favourite? Okay. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you keeping with me right to the end. I know I've waffled a bit today. I'm in a bit of a waffly mood today. I think it's the weather and being on my own, talking to cats. So if you've liked my video, go check out some of the other ones. I'd really appreciate you subscribing and click on the little bell, and that will send you a notification when I post, usually once a week. You can shop with me at createtheottaway.co.uk if you like the Stampin' Up products as much as me. You can even join my team. If you just want to see what I'm up to and keep up to date, then subscribe to my newsletter again on my website, and I will catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.